Hi, Jim Sterling here. Following this is a pilot, an attempted pilot for a D&D show that we were bandying about, which we didn't continue for scheduling reasons, basically my schedule being fucking chock-a-block. What the hey? The DM of this session, Flannel, has a Kickstarter up for a D&D 5th edition Magic Item Compendium. You see it on the screen right there. You see it on the screen. And it's a cool book, fully illustrated, and a lot of the items are stuff that have come up in the D&D games that I've mentioned on this channel before, and some of my characters are referenced. In fact, the guy in the middle on the book is Flynn Flashwood, a character I've used in a previous D&D game and reused for this thing that I'm about to show you, Dice City. Forgive the technical issues, that's mainly what this warning intro bit's about. Because it was a pilot and we were just testing things out, the sound is not very good, and we don't really have a set or anything. That was all stuff we were gonna float this about and see what people thought of it, and that's still worth doing. I think is just like, if you like the foundation, is that worth us trying to pick this up again at some point? But either way, please forgive the technical issues, but hopefully I hope you will enjoy it. Hopefully, I hope. Terrible sentence. Let's just go on with it. Folks, welcome to Dice City, an adventure that takes you 10 days through Greygast. I am your host, Jim Sterling, and I am joined by some lovely D&D players. Why don't you introduce yourselves, please? You start.
My name is April, and I'm playing Moritalic.
Patrick Jerome, I'm playing Garm Stoutfist, the Drunken Master.
Would probably help if I said who I was playing as well. I'm playing Flynn Flashwood, the Heroic Bard. But we're not the only people here. That would be ridiculous. You can't play D&D without a Dungeon Master. Who's over there?
Hello everybody, I'm Flannel. I am the DM for Dice City.
Shall we begin?
I am ready to begin. I was born ready.
I'm ready to go.
So, to catch everybody up from last episode, our patrol of constables here in Greygast have managed to make it through day 2. They've uncovered a number of plots in the city. There are a few strings as yet left unpulled as they go into morning of day 3. So we can go ahead and begin. I need everyone to give me a Constitution save.
You can do that, no problem. I think I've managed to roll it on the one part of the table that cocks the dice.
Try to aim for the expansive area.
I'm going to go for the area that is designed for the dice to be rolled on. How about that?
Intriguing.
I know, it's a little bit
Intriguing.
orthodox. It's a little bit by the book. But there we go. We've got ourselves a 9
All right.
plus 2.
So who managed above 12? Both of you. Flynn, after a rough couple of days, is sleeping in.
Alright, I'll live with that.
Finally gotten his things back, unleashed a little bit of fury on the regulators out in Greywile.
Good times.
He's had a much needed rest. However, both
Those
Mara
guys.
and Garm, you guys are up at dawn, to the clatter of other constables going to and from the mess hall, trying to get on with their days. Most likely, given his habits and how much everyone loves him, Garm is probably first out and over to the mess hall. In which
That's
case
right.
you're greeted by Jace. Seeing you walk in, Jace stops you. Garm, it has
Jace.
been a rough morning so far. It hasn't even got started yet. I heard you guys went over to the cemetery thing. We checked that out like yesterday, early morning. He's just crazy. He's a nutbag.
No, you didn't. You don't have the eyes for it. The eyes. Drink a few more Stoutfist lagers in your life, and you'll be spotting things like Garm here.
Well, we can only hope. If I cook half as good as you, I might be married already.
Ha! Doubt that very much.
All right, well, we're going to get back out there. We heard about some stuff going down near the dock, so...
What'd you hear about down at the docks?
We'd heard that there was a ship that came in,
Good.
caused a ruckus. We got word really early this morning, just before dawn. There was just essentially a team of sailors making their way outside the city gates. We just kind of crossed paths with them this morning here in Raleigh. And they said basically, and I don't really believe this, they said that their ship got hijacked, so that's piracy, I guess. But then whoever hijacked it brought it into port here and just left. I mean, I don't know what. They didn't even take anything.
What's the name of the ship?
Name of the ship is the Foolhardy.
The Fool. That sounds like they were.
It doesn't make any sense. He may have been just drinking it off, but they look pretty pissed off. I don't know.
I'll tell the boss lady about it.
Yeah, I'd rather you did that. She weirds me out.
She is kind of weird.
Yeah. All right. Well, safe one.
Gonna make some breakfast.
You gonna give me a roll on that? Use them cooking tools.
I rolled a natural 20.
Nat 20.
That's some good cooking.
So Garm gets very into it.
So this is more Gordon Ramsay at the Waffle House.
Oh, this is Gordon Ramsay at the Waffle House.
My dream restaurant.
One day.
He's not even sure how he did it, but he did make a hollandaise sauce.
It's mostly bacon fat.
But it's delicious.
We still got a lot of pork left over.
So, Mara, by the time you make your way to the mess hall, everything is sort of up and going. You can smell breakfast is cooking. Garm's back there, hashing it up, doing some Tom Cruise and cocktail stuff. Everyone's really excited. You can feel the positive vibe in the room from the other constables. It's a great day when everyone gets off to a good start.
Awesome.
Mara, I heard some news about a ship in the bay. Something about weird pirates. It's called the Pool Farty? No, Pool Party. Pool. But it sounds
did you by
bad.
chance write it down?
No, I
I don't
don't have a budget for paper.
A fairly pushy hobgoblin, also constable, starts elbowing past Mara. You recognize him as a fellow senior constable. Essentially, you're holding up a line.
Shame.
He's just, can we move a little bit here?
You can go around me. Sorry.
Maybe, I guess so. So your patrol going to be doing anything today?
Plenty of things. There's a ship we're probably going to have to look into.
I heard someone talking about a ship. We're not going to waste our time in the ship. I don't like dealing with the fleet anyway. We're going to make our way out to Greywild. We heard that there's some guy standing there. Don't try to run him off.
Have fun with that.
Well, let us know how that goes.
Yeah.
I'll let you know how that goes.
Yeah, that's what I...
So kind of you.
Yeah.
Anyway, and he makes his way off, seems to join his patrol, and they kind of head out.
Mara, do you think that's the paladin guy he's talking about?
Yeah.
What if there was another guy standing out there?
You know what, Gar? Maybe we should go glance at it today.
Check it out.
Just to make sure.
Because if there's two of them, that'd be bad.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, in Finn Flashwood's slightly larger suite,
Finn Flashwoods.
slightly larger suite here at the barracks, I need you to roll me disadvantaged wisdom.
That's my best one.
Being unconscious
His
hurts.
best is not that. Okay. Disadvantage wisdom.
Correct.
Wisdom? Unbelievable. You're boning me here. You're straight boning me. Actually, yeah, even on a disadvantage, we've got 10, 11, 12, and
12.
if that makes it.
12 is sufficient. 12 is the DC. So,
There we go.
you barely wake up, peeking from the corner of your eye. You can see someone very quietly, not stealthily, just almost politely.
What are they doing to me?
A large figure in the
Mhm.
light, creaking your eyes open unless you outright want to open them and look. You can't.
I'm
make it out.
bleary anyway, so what?
Opens your door. It should have been locked. Comes in.
Alright, now they're wide
politely-
awake.
Politely shuts it. Gets about 3 steps and then looks at you.
Okay. I shall reach for my rapier, which is always by my bedside,
It is.
ready for action.
It's ready for action. You pull out your rapier
I just keep it held.
and leap up at the waist in
Mhm.
bed, covers flying forward, your golden hair flowing over your shoulder. And
I am completely nude as I do this, by the way. Thoroughly nude. Not even wearing a hair shirt.
half elf,
Okay.
hair pulled back in a ponytail, very tall and very broad,
Right, I'm going to stop doing this now.
dressed in very conventional gentleman's clothes, although they look a little ill-fitting, as though this is not his normal style.
Okay.
You can see he's got a gold earring in his left ear, tattoos maybe up his sleeve. He stops for a second, taken aback only for a moment that you woke up. Kind of puts his hands up, says, "I'm here on behalf of your father." You wanna-
Instantly, I put everything away. and hide my shame as if father were there. Red-faced, I have no words.
He walks over to your side table, pulls a chair, center of the room, has a seat.
I'll sit. I'll now try and compose myself by sitting back on my bed, leg crossed, as if nudity is common and comfortable.
He says, I didn't want to wake you up. I plan on just leaving this. And he reaches in his
Okay.
breast pocket, and he's got a small letter. Your father wanted me to deliver this form personally.
Very good, very good. Father always loves to keep in touch. He probably worried about me. Probably
I
worried.
planned on waiting outside until you'd gotten on with your day to ask if you read it, and then see if you had a reply. He asked me to wait for your reply, but if you're going to be up,
Sure.
I'd prefer we just do it now.
Yeah. We can do that. Okay, so I'll take the letter.
It reads off in your father's very curt style. You are sort of better educated than he was. Although not illiterate by any means, it's clear that he's used to commanding tones and not a lot of poetry.
Sure.
The gist of it is, he's concerned that you're not taking seriously the opportunity that you've been granted working with the constables. He had a discussion last night over dinner with a couple of senior inspectors, Holly Twun, he mentions that name. She had nothing to say about Flynn Flashwood, and he found that almost offensive, grating his teeth through the dinner as the senior inspector to impress barely knew your name. And so he politely but curtly makes an emphasis that he expects to hear a little more dash and daring for his next party.
Immediately, I would like to roll a performance roll to not cry in front of the other person.
Better applicable would be a will save.
Okay. Better applicable. Not better for me.
No.
Not better for me.
How well do you control your emotions?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom
save. We got some third ed holdovers, so it's fine. That ain't fine. 9.
Not well in control and used to having to be in such control of himself, and certainly caught off guard by it. You get emotional.
Oh, I love Daddy, and he says he's proud.
The guy gets up and just look, man. I don't want to be here. You want me to be here. You got something you want to say back? And I just go. He walks out, shuts the door behind him.
Dear God.
Flynn cries a lot to himself.
Do we hear his tears?
Back at the mess hall, you, Garm, and a couple of stragglers that are well known for not doing crap with their day are the only people left. Where Flynn is and why he's not out here, no idea. But we're creeping up on something like 7 a.m.
Maury, you want to go find Flynn? I got some hash browns here with his name on them.
Yeah, go ahead and bring him. Let's find him.
Oh.
As you make your way down the hallway towards Flynn's actual room, you pass by, towering over you, almost 6 feet tall. Sort of broad, kind of like swimmer built, you know what I'm saying? Like got shoulders and stuff.
Grey Gust today, everybody. I'm just...
Brought you some food.
That makes me even happier.
It's delicious food, actually. You should
It's really
probably
good.
Take a second.
You guys, this is hash browns. It tastes like 20. I love it.
As you make your way out of the barracks finally and into the streets of Gully with the morning happening right now, it's a cool, sort of jacket weather you consider it. It's cool, it's a little breezy, a little bit overcast, not too sunny. It's going to be a pretty sweet day. Flynn's go ahead and shoveling a little bit of food in his mouth as you're walking out the door,
Yeah.
out on the street. Where do we go? What do we do?
Alright, so I reckon we can go glance and make sure there's only one guy standing there. Over in one.
Flynn and I were getting a little drunk last night, and we need to find out more about this guy.
Sounds like
Some research, some investigation would be interesting.
that sounds like a shockingly good idea.
However, I've had some thought, and I almost feel like we should go down there and give him a ruddy good seeing off.
Let's find out more about him before we...
Okay, I mean, we can.
We should find out what kind of booze he likes.
How about y'all go ask around, I'll go to the skull.
Sounds great.
I'll find out something.
Okay.
All
We
right.
should go to a tavern.
So, you make your way over to the Skolum. You have some things you need to look into.
Yep.
You guys are going where?
So there was that place where the protesters were. They were protesting not having a permit for their church thing.
That's true.
So maybe the people that they were going to get the permit from know where church things are.
It saves me thinking. Okay.
So, the Ballarat itself is here in Gully, so it's not going to take any time to make your way a few blocks over and go have a conversation with whatever civic department largely handles licensing of faith-based operations. Y'all will be headed there. So, off to the Scala. So, making your way, take you about 45 minutes to an hour, but making your way over to there, you're outside of the large, squarish building, gray with the white doors, familiar as can be. Make your way inside. This morning, the interior of the Scala is almost cavernous. Seems to have niter on the walls and stalactites and stalagmites, almost claustrophobic. The whole thing feels like being underground. You can hear the faint dripping of water distant. But going to and from here and there, little tunnels left and right, are various adepts going about any normal way.
I think I will make my way off to Thatch first.
Thatch. Given the configuration of cavern space, it takes you a little while maybe to figure out. A couple of left turns go wrong, but over the course of a few minutes you do find your way there. Thatch's office is the end of one particularly long and twisty version of a cavern, across a creek. But there he is, sitting as he usually is, behind a desk, go through a door, books. The office itself is always the same. But going inside, he greets you warmly. He says, "Oh, Morrow. I'm guessing you hadn't come back this time?"
No, not forget.
All right. Well, what do you need? What can we do for you here? We've got some concerns, but I got a little time for you.
All right. I'm assuming you've gotten my package that I sent yesterday.
I did. So we looked into that. That is, don't know where exactly you got it. You mentioned something about that, but that's obviously. I really doubt that this fella created it. He kind of pulls it out from a drawer. Fate itself is a fabric, sort of stretched tautly between the stars and the like. This is a string off of that fabric. It is an accursed and terrible item. Point of fact, you say someone's worn it?
Not yet.
I would strongly advise that they don't. Matter of fact, I trust you, but I'm hesitant to give it back to you. I'd rather like to keep it here.
That sounds fine with me.
Is that fine?
Mm-hmm.
This has every chance of possessing the user in a ghastly way. There's no telling what they would do. My suspect, based on what it seems to reverberate as, someone wearing this might, well, I don't know, kill people? Go mad? I wouldn't even know it happened.
Thank you.
This is the only one, right?
Well, I've actually found it in that merchant that I mentioned.
Right.
With all of the runes. As far as I know, this is the only scarf item that my party has been given. However, he does have a bunch of other miscellaneous items he's been selling and selling fast.
How long has he been doing this?
Just a few days. Alright, and then I also wanted to mention two other things. One of which was, in the cemetery, there's some formal necromancy going on.
It's uncommon.
I managed to kill, well, my party and I managed to kill 2, but I do believe there's more.
Well, most likely, I should suspect.
I actually have the ritual that they had out, and I'll pull out from my notes the little sketch.
You two
that I
sit
gave.
there and pore over it, and he takes his time to look. Back over in Gully at the Ballarat, you guys walk through the doors of the Ballarat. Ballarat being the chief judicial building and the home of a lot of civic and administrative functions in the city.
I would like to use some influence here, and one of the ways we can use influence is to create an NPC that
Inspiration
would be
is correct.
favorable to what we're doing here. I would like to create an NPC that is the Brewstrix. He is in charge of all the various ritual liquors and communion wines and everything for the Brewers Guild. So if your
Need
church,
inspiration?
if your church,
No, you can keep that. I want the
You
chip.
need the
The
poke
chip.
chip, yeah.
to earn that back.
I'll earn this back by drinking.
Hello.
Chin chin.
Inspiring. But Brewstrix Born is in charge of all of the. He's a halfling, He's a cleric of Bubastis, the goddess of fermentations, birth, and rebirth. Also, many brewers pray to her and things like that. But he's the person you have to come to if you are using sacred liquors or wines.
Sensible.
And he is working today.
I accept that. So,
And knows me.
Garm confidently strides up, maybe asks one or two people briefly. The patchwork bureaucracy is going to be out of your depth. But they point you in the direction of a basement office. And there, going through a checklist on a clay tablet, you see a halfling.
Mm-hmm.
Very short hair, buzzed almost, graying a bit, going through and marking, and then marking, back and forth.
Gum, old friend. I don't mean to question your judgment, but I thought we were here to discuss the paladin fellow outside.
Yeah.
Religions
Well,
and whatnot.
I know this
but
guy, and
This isn't where the protesters were applying for the thing. This looks like more places to drink.
Your voice is echoing. The halfling turns. Stop it, Sam.
It's me. So look, just coming down here to say hello.
I don't have time to go get a drink this time. I really do have a lot of work to
Well,
do.
If you could, I'm not asking you to get a drink now. Later.
Well, no,
But,
later, of
yeah.
course, later.
There's this fellow out at the gates, paladin guy wearing golden armor, and we were wondering if somebody here, or even you, could tell us. He says he's a paladin of some god or church or one of those things.
Yeah.
So we want to find out which one. And you know, you're the
too hard, I guess. Can you largely just can you give me something to go on? Because if I need to go, where's this guy?
He's at he's out near the Greywile at the West
come
Gate.
on! I'm not going all the way to Greywile this morning.
But who would know?
I think it's weird when you call him. And so he
I
sits
wouldn't
there,
do
thinks
it.
about it for a second. Says,
Wouldn't do it
so
at all.
northern paladin, they have golden armor, big jackets. Says older fellow. Okay. Dickhead guy.
Mara over here. She knows the dickhead guy.
The Valiant.
Valiant. So, sort of all about physical martial perfection and doing like crude justice in the world. I mean, you can expect like one of these people, whether it be a priest or a really devoted lay person, or I suppose a paladin as well. I couldn't tell you. I mean, I think you could probably expect them to act in an orderly fashion.
Sorry, may I attempt a religion roll to get a little more on that?
I'll accept it. Are you proficient in religion?
With Jack of all trades,
You are.
I have.
You get a shot.
I have a shot, and that shot gives us 15.
Excellent. So, the Valiant. Lawful good to an almost stereotypical level. It is predictable that if this guy did kill somebody, fairly immediately he would probably submit to authorities and be happy to be executed afterward.
You will see Flynn's face light up as he hears the Valiant, in a kind of aha sort of way.
The dickhead guy.
Yes, the dickhead god, the Valiant. Gum, I think we may just have him.
Have him what?
Beaten, having beaten.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm,
Back over at Skallam, however, you and Fetch poring over this ritual. He says, well, this is disturbing. What it looks like they're doing here, he points out a couple of symbols in the page and whatnot, is they're looking to do two things. They're looking for items, essentially small artifacts, components, and reagents to kind of, I guess, fuel a larger enterprise. That's obvious. Based on what they're looking for, what they might be collecting is intended to open a portal. I don't really know to where. I have no idea what necromancers would want to open a portal for. This is going somewhere. Or allowing things from somewhere else to come here. And you say you killed some of these people.
Mm-hmm.
I would almost guarantee, based on the complexity of this, whoever did this is considerably more capable.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Keep in mind, if you get tired of all of this at some point, we always have a table here for you.
You say that every time.
Well, the Pontifex asks after you most every day. So, off with you go.
All right, I will leave and go towards the Pontifex.
Walking around and searching around, you do not find them. people do tell you that they've seen them about, but no one can really locate them.
That's fine. After like 5 minutes of
we need
searching,
to ask
I'll
one more
leave.
question of the guy.
Off you go.
First.
Okay.
Where are you headed to next?
Back to Gillen. I'll grab a carriage.
So, in conversation with Brewstrix, at the end of it, he kind of looks out the window, a little tiny window in that basement, just a little light. There you go. You wanna have a drink?
Yeah,
You have a drink? Drink? You want a drink?
Why not? Why not?
Paul, Mr. Bourne. So the followers of the Valiant, is there up in the north? Is there a sort of sacramental beverage they favor? Is there a wine? Are they spirits people? Beer?
Sober as a stone.
No,
Shit weddings.
No.
I've been to one.
No.
They were rubbish.
none of it.
I had to play one once.
Oh, there goes my plan. There
That's
goes-
all right.
There's my other plan.
That's all right.
There go all 3 plans I had.
Did they all involve drink?
Listen, why do
There
you
was a
care
wine
about this
plan,
guy anyway?
a liquor plan, and a beer plan.
You gotta broaden your portfolio.
What's it even matter, huh?
He might.
This is business of the grey guard. I'm sure you understand.
Well, shots. You're in a
Shots.
rush?
Shots.
You and the Brewster go toe to toe for a while. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3rd shot. Flynn starts looking at you as you go 4th shot. He eventually says, "I really do have work to do."
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah. Y'all make your way out of the Ballarat.
Yeah.
You do run into some constables.
It's
on the
impressive.
back gully. They do let you know that the both of them went to the Ballarat. So you know exactly where to find them. As you guys exit the building, Mara's toe-tappingly waiting on you.
Mara,
All right.
ma'am,
Mara.
we have made evidence,
Discovery.
found evidence
Discovery.
of discovery
About a dickhead.
about a dickhead.
Care to expand on that?
Absolutely. Your word good. You word
I'll
good. Word
go
good at
the
her.
word to her. Broadways is a member of the Church of the Valiants. And a little bit to Jenkins,
I
but
can tell.
They're called the Dickhead God.
that colloquially. I played a wedding at once. A Valiant wedding? Rubbish. Valiant is
Valiant.
the dickhead god.
The Valiant.
He's a member of the Church of the Valiant. I have a cunning plan to resolve this bloodlessly.
They're very serious people.
Okay, so what is your plan? You haven't told me that yet.
I shall use his own honour against him. I shall tell him today that I have sworn an oath that no man shall cross these gates without my permission, lest I die. Then at dawn tomorrow I ride out, alone and unarmed, and then we shall test the mettle of his vows.
Okay, so either he could know that you're lying, or you could die.
Well, no, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to go out and meet him unarmed and...
So
No, I mean
why,
the whole vow for no one to
I'll
enter
take the
city.
vow, then I'm not lying.
Why is he not?
Okay, what if he kills you?
I'll take the vow.
If you walk out unarmed, he can kill you in
I'll
one
take
stroke.
the vow and we'll ask if any of the senior people in the Grey Guard want to come and watch. Maybe.
Watch you
Well,
die?
wait. So he has an idea.
It's a stupid idea.
Well, it's our best one yet. It's better
it a
than my
stupid
ideas,
idea?
but
just-
let's change one element of the plan. What if instead of Flynn going out there and doing the thing of honor, we find the baddest dude in Greygast, make him a champion of the city?
We can send out Lieutenant D'Orville. He's pretty good. He's also
I
happens to be the guy
volunteer.
he's looking for.
It's-
I'm reluctant to let you die. Okay, how about the new plan is we go over to Guilt, we find the customers who's been buying stuff from this new merchant, and we see if they've done anything crazy. Because remember, you did have that scarf that could have completely controlled you. Maybe we should check out on that
Right,
instead of
it's
sending you
not
to your
fun.
doom.
So we're not doing my plan and I can't get my scarf.
I'm sorry. Can't get your scarf.
This is my worst day. If I hadn't got a really nice letter from my dad this morning, I'd be really miffed.
What about that breakfast that Garm cooked for us?
Yeah.
That was
Also
good.
really good.
That also
All right,
was
so
good.
we're gonna go find some customers, and I'm gonna think about your
I
horrible suggestion of a
I
plan.
bet his customers are at a tavern.
But we don't need to ask around.
Why not?
Because who's that over there? Why, it's one of my distant cousins. Muddy Serengeti Overwood.
Is that old Muddy?
Old Muddy. He is one of the bardic members of the extended family? Of the extended family of Flynn Flashwoods, one of the Bastards of Mercy. There is a noble tradition of bards within the extended family. I am one of 3 of them in existence. Muddy is another one of the 3 in existence. And he knows a lot about a lot. People don't respect him, and because they don't respect him, they often talk a lot in front of him.
Muddy happens to be located in one of the side streets, like off Broadway style. I'm talking like, it's dilapidated, but that's what makes it cool.
Of course.
Off of Guilt. Little hole in the wall situation. He plucks out a tune every once in a while, croons about pain.
It's a good place. It's one of the few back streets that haven't been fully gentrified yet. That's like why Muddy likes to hang out here.
Over in Guilt, you make your way off to that small hole in the wall pub.
Really cool.
It is the Bottled Vard of Broken Dreams.
Sounds emo as shit.
Walking in, it's standing room only. It's 3 or 4 people. It's still early, so really it's just the drunks and the old men here for the extremely cheap. When I say extremely cheap, I mean God knows how they turn a profit. Levels of booze. Sitting outside on a stool.
That's just how cool he is.
Just plucking something looks like a cross between a sitar and a banjo. Minor chords.
Almost unplayable.
Half his teeth. Hair just draped down Kurt Cobain style in his face. You'd almost miss him, not even pay attention to him as a derelict. With the exception of those strings are pure platinum, baby. Ain't no time to go. I mean, it's the soulful, sorrowful songs that they're getting drunk to. He gears it and clicks it, sets it down, flips the hair out of his face.
Muddy. Muddy Serengeti Overwood. Mwah. Impeccable workers. How you make that instrument sing, I do not know. So we've been hearing this rumour about, we heard a rumour. We went to investigate it. There's a man selling strange and unusual merchandise. I'm sure you've heard tale in the streets. He sells exquisite items, really fanciful scarves that I can't wear because apparently they're evil.
Yeah.
And we are really just trying to find out as much about him as we can. And I figured who knows more about anything than anyone, especially when it comes to the streets. It's my boy. It's my boy Muddy.
I may have heard a thing too last day or so.
How's a scarf be evil?
Garm, how about you just glance inside, but no drinking?
Okay.
Heard it on the wind and heard it in the way the rain fell last night on the 10. Over in the rise, there's some people dead.
You're dead on the rise. Know how that goes. In a metaphor.
I give you some names. You go check it out.
Yeah, by all means, that'd be a huge help.
He gives you a few. A couple places in the rise. Upper middle class kind of a sort of a area of the city. He kind of leans over and says, I couldn't say exactly if it was all related, but has that feel to it.
Very interesting information. I thank him. I praise his soulful music once again. Toss him a couple silvers for his trouble.
Back me up a little bit here, Flynn. Let's go
Oh!
do this.
It would be an honour. It always is an honour to help out one of the illustrious bards of mercy. Pull out my lute. Tune it up a little first.
He starts strumming out and lowly croaking out in a tune. Something about childhood, the way it felt before growing up took it all away. Sad. Give me performance.
I shall roll my performance. It is 8.
Nice.
It's 8.
Muddy more or less carries you.
Yeah.
Takes you all the way through the song, kind of leans over and says, "You got a lot to learn about life, Flashwood, but you gonna get there."
I hope so. I hope so. He's great,
Love hard.
isn't he?
Love often, get your heart broke a couple times and bring you along.
That's the problem. I break him. That's why I'm not as good a player as him.
You might need to pick your friend up off the floor in there, though. I need you to roll me a con save. Like I don't know what you're doing in a bar.
I rolled a 20.
20. He smells like a still. It's in his shirt and stuff.
Beard.
He didn't
It's in my
hit his
beard.
fucking mouth the entire time.
It's mostly my beard.
He drank enough to get trashed like a small frat house. But he's walking a straight fucking line.
I have concerns about the quality of the booze inside.
Crazy watered down.
I told you not to drink.
I feel like, as a representative of the Brewers Guild, that I needed to see what was going on with that beer. It was so cheap that I felt it was questionable, and I have preserved a sample in my tankard. I'm going to take this back to the barracks and look at it, because I actually believe it to be criminally weak beer. Mara, can we maybe have a word with these guys about their criminally weak beer?
I think we have more pressing issues at hand. Like, I don't know, dead bodies and maybe some paladin that's going to ruin the town.
If we're weighing, if this is a scale situation,
We're coming back to this.
I mean,
Okay,
look, I
fine.
respect
Bookmark it, we'll come back
strong
to it.
beer.
We are
should,
coming
the
back
bodies,
to this.
The bodies.
But I'm
Yeah,
telling
that's
you, watered down
Whatever.
beer is a real crime.
I'm not saying it is
Real
a real
victims.
crime. I'm just
Yeah,
saying
we
we've
should
got to
talk
weigh
about
up harm versus immediacy.
You know,
Alright,
gonna-
bookmark it, we'll come back to it.
The
We got
beer
more
will-
important
I'm
things.
gonna write
We
Oh.
have more important things.
strongly lettered
We have
word.
dead people.
Okay.
Paladin.
Yes, Mum. Absolutely.
lettered-
I'm on board with this.
Strongly lettered word to the Brewers Guild.
Bring the beer, send it to the boys in the lab. We'll have
I drank
a
it.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
Okay, fine. Fine. Alright,
We should hire a
Dead
cart
people.
because I'm tired of
How long will
walking.
it be tonight? Well, you know what? You can keep walking. While we're in Guild, I say we go up to Weil, check out this paladin, see exactly what he's going to do if he doesn't get the man he wants. Is he going to ruin the city or just find out where he is and then kill the guy?
You're flawed.
Okay.
Alright, we're going to go to Weil's.
You
Past
guys,
the gate, go find that
as you
paladin.
guys approach the west gate, you do hear familiar voices shouting down. Morning, everybody!
Wall boys!
What's up? Welcome to Foot Patrol!
Oh, boys!
Y'all head back out?
Yeah. Have a
Come
word with
on,
him
the
again.
guy's still there. He's not going nowhere.
Did some guys come by earlier from the
Oh
graveyard?
yeah, y'all ain't the first group to come out. It's been like 3 or 4 the last few days. They just keep.
No, I mean
just
this
talking.
morning.
Oh yeah, early this morning. Yeah, last
Look,
night too.
They still there?
No.
Mara, we should group what see what the last group did. They seem like they're up to something.
It depends on where they went. Where'd the last group go to? Are they anywhere near here?
No. They came through and then they talked to the guy or tried to talk to the guy and he said like something. I don't know what he said. And then they just kind of shrugged aside and came back through. And I asked him what was going on. And he said something like he's saying he's gonna kill some guy in the city and then essentially he'll be gone like after tomorrow. Like basically he's done by tomorrow and he's just gonna go. Nothing interesting. They're
Yeah.
kind of annoyed by it. They asked us a bunch of questions if he said anything else in the last couple of days. Because he hadn't said shit to us. He was coming in the gate. But yeah, I'm just saying. Fuck that guy.
And we showed those regulators.
Yeah, I haven't seen them in the last day or so. What happened to those guys? Usually they come and they throw stuff and they start shouting crap, but they ain't been around or anything like that.
That might be an
Garm happened to him.
Oh, well, good. Fuck them. We don't really care for those guys. Like I said, they keep throwing stuff and things like that. Good riddance.
Flynn Flashwood happened to him.
Oh, Flint Flashwood.
That's sorry, I heard my
Flint, I
name
gotta tell
being
you, Flint, gotta
talked.
tell you.
We'll carry
We
on with
fucked
this.
up those regulators.
Yeah.
turn them into a
I ain't got no doubt
pincushion.
about that at all. Flint Flashwood fucking up some regulators. I said, we should be having you. That should be
Child's
your
play,
job
right?
24/7 is what we think.
You know what? I think that'd be the most glamorous job I've ever had, and I've had a fair few.
Well, it's pretty tough stuff. We understand like this. Those guys don't fight fair, but
That's it. They ain't nothing.
I put 10 sovereigns on Flint Flashwood over regulars any day. I just do it. I would do that. It's safe bet.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. You guys going through the gator now because shouting down at y'all. Y'all
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
through the
we're
gator?
Yeah,
Through the gate.
yeah, I think so.
Okay, I don't want to rush you or anything like this.
I get it.
It's a big crank.
Thank you. Take it down.
Raises the gate up. You guys make your way out into Grey. Standing there, let's say, eighth of a mile off, figure distant, glinting in the sunlight, seemingly unmoved.
So you wanted to lead off by asking about... Yeah, okay.
Sir Broadways, I have a question for you if you will give me a moment of your time.
Give me a persuasion on that. He's seriously disinclined. It wasn't exactly a valid silence, but he's very focused.
15.
15, he looks at you. It's the closest thing to a personal moment that you've experienced.
I have found the person that you're looking for, who I believe is the person. However, he's not willing to step out of the city.
But it required.
I have a question for you. If you step into the city, will you mess up or destroy or kill anything else that isn't the person that you're looking for?
Only if they try to stop.
Mara, they're probably going to try and stop him.
Also, define
my
trying to
God.
stop you. Is just standing in the way? Did you kill him then?
He just stops looking at her and just stares at you. His placid face goes from stern to bare hints of contained rage.
Which I pick up on.
That part you.
I pick up on. I'm sorry, is there an issue here with us? You're looking at me like you're kind of like you want to hurt me, and we don't really know each other.
If you're going to insinuate that I would harm anybody who did not deserve it,
Right,
then
right.
we have issue. And you
Okay,
should beg my goddamn pardon.
okay. Can I try persuasion to try and soften his mood?
Oh yeah, you can try. What do you want to say? What do you try?
I want to assure him that I was not impugning him in any way.
Give it a
That
go.
this was, this was a simple case of me.
Vein slightly popping
Yeah.
out of his neck.
I've got for my persuasion 16, as I do explain that I don't know him. I do not know you. My duty is to the people inside those walls, and I just want to make sure they're going to be safe.
He seems to relax. But you definitely found a nerve.
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to motion for these two to step off a few paces so we can have a little alone time to talk together.
You guys move off the beaten path.
Mara, I have a concern.
Really? What is it?
I don't think he thinks anyone in this city is innocent.
I think we should clear a path in the city and give him the name and location of the guy he's finding. That seems to be the least bloodsheddy way possible. The citizens in this city and the city itself and the other guards didn't kill this guy's master. They don't need to die for it.
But he's like
It's a bit underhanded.
he's like a
And
lord or something, right?
And the charter says that once
Lieutenant.
you're a citizen of Greygast, you become pardoned of any crimes you committed outside the walls.
Try explaining it to the paladin.
I'm not
Sir
explaining
Broadway.
anything to that
I mean,
guy.
I'll try and explain it to the paladin. I'll try.
I don't think you
I'm
should.
gonna try persuasion.
Make your
to
way
explain
back.
it. No, I thought we just stepped away a
It's
little
like,
bit. but-
go. They like the laws.
Oh, God.
Tell them our laws. I'm gonna
Go
stand
for it,
over
go
here.
For it. Just don't die.
If he dies, I got his stuff, right, Mara?
Turning into my favourite number this session. 8.
So, what comes across, the intention is, let's talk about the law. Of rightness, of wrongness. It's almost in your head, an enlightened philosophical conversation with a bit of flourish. What comes out, though, is a little bit more Melissa McCarthy doing Sean Spicer on SNL. You guys watch it get slightly more emphatic until Flynn makes his whatever point. You can't quite hear the end
Basically,
of.
the point where I pick up the golf club and the copy of The Sopranos and say, "You are pardoned when you go through that gate." That's about the time it gets really bad.
Stone-faced.
God, no.
It made
He's
sense
even
to me,
listening
Flynn.
anymore.
I walk back. He follows a dickhead god.
Okay.
It made sense to me, Flynn.
I think I made a very, very eloquent point.
It's laws.
You guys hear? Well, you hear ahead of it. You hear people approaching. You hear a wagon and a donkey. And then you see them as they come up. There's a fair bit away.
Oh. It's the regulators.
What you guys doing here then? Huh? Come take more cheap fucking shots?
Talking to your boyfriend.
Or your boyfriend? Maybe shut up. Fuck you, man.
Oh.
Okay? How about y'all get out of here? Okay, we had a conversation with the premier, okay? And let me put it this way, constables, you know, you ain't in charge of nothing here.
I mean, you could shove it.
As Flynn makes that motion towards them, you can visibly see that several of them back up a step as though not wanting to be thunderfucked again. Just very subtle moment of half a step back. Not fear, just concern. It's like, so what we're telling you is officially that you are no longer on the premises.
How are you handling this guy?
He is not harming anybody.
Right, you,
So
you do know what he says he's going to do, though, right?
I
At
believe.
which point-
I believe he does not intend
Flynn.
on hurting anyone here.
Flynn, tell him about the guy killed. The regulator. He killed a regulator,
He
remember?
did kill a regulator. He did kill a regulator.
That was an accident.
Oops.
Clive-
Am I right, golden
Clive
dude?
If
Oops.
he tries to make his way towards the city with malicious intent, will you step in the way?
It strikes me. Forgive me. It strikes me that
It's
that
a yes
is
or no.
that is a gray gas problem
Strikes you.
and not a gray wild problem.
Right,
Yes,
well then
that's-
we're
okay,
here
so
solving
if
a
you-
grey gas problem. So if you don't mind effing off, so we can do our
You're gonna make me go
job.
talk to the boss.
Go talk to the boss.
You're gonna make me go talk to the boss.
Go talk to the boss.
Okay, Premier, Drint your Tychos. Okay. You want me to talk to the boss? Sheila, let's get the boss. And he's like, are you fucking serious about that? She says. He says, oh yeah, let's go get it. Let's see how they like it. We've been dealing with it. So we'll be right back.
Be right back.
All right, then.
Be right back.
You guys got something to drink? 'Cause, I mean,
They wheel themselves off.
as it
All of them?
stands,
Yeah.
All right. As soon as they're out of my vision, I'm just gonna motion them. Let's go back to the city.
Should we just go?
Yeah,
go,
we're just gonna go back to the
yeah,
city. We can't
I want to pee on some of their stuff, but they didn't leave any.
Making your way back to the gate.
I'm not gonna. Pee
A hearty
on that
hello
guy.
from the wall guys. They raise it up. Where y'all headed next? It is
Rise.
now closer to 10 a.m.
All right. I say we go down the rise, check out those dead bodies, and
Miller
we should
boss.
chill. All right.
You guys make your way
Fun.
south, down to the rise, upper middle class areas. Point in fact, you come within a few blocks of the Flashwood estate, but don't pass near it.
Keeping my eyes open.
You come to the first address, essentially, right? The first place on the list. It's going to be the home of Gerard Galen.
Gerard Galen.
Gerard Galen.
Okay, how do you want to handle this, boss? We knock on the door, we shout, we rattle our sabers.
Just knock on the door.
I'll knock on the door.
Gum's got this.
You knock on the door. Walking up the nice
Constables.
path. A lady answers. Yeah, hello.
Name's Garm Stelfist. I'm here with the Grey Guard. Brought these two with me. We're investigating the murders.
I'd sent my daughter out to go find somebody. I assume that's you all?
Yes.
The deception roll even needed because Garm probably thinks.
Garm,
that
yeah,
is true.
yeah.
It's not even lying.
I detected no lie there.
She pulls her shawl a little bit tighter, straightens her hair, and wipes her eyes a little bit.
Tell us what happened, ma'am.
I don't know.
Well then,
But
don't.
last night, my husband and she starts choking up a little bit,
Oh.
and then she looks back up through what you see to be sort of two rolling, sort of Gone with the Wind style twin staircases up. She says, "The master suites are up there and to the left. I really can't go back up there."
Flynn, you better see to this lady.
I will.
I'm gonna go investigate.
Garvin, I will see this way.
Yeah, Mara, we better like it sounds.
I'll
bad.
take her into my hands and make sure that she's
literally shaking. Cautiously making your way upstairs advantages your passive perception, which at 16 and you would be at 21. So, very scrutinous, just in case what's around. But there's nothing that catches you. As you move your way down the hallway of the manor, you come to a set of double doors that are askew, and you can see through the crack in them what appears to be blood on the floor.
This appears to be blood on the floor. Push the door open.
You push your way inside. I will need a wisdom save. Or constitution save, your choice.
Constitution.
You'll either steal yourself or you will physically hold it together.
Also, I'm pretty hammered at this point. 14.
14.
Doing pretty good. The scene that you witness inside is nothing shy of horrific. You see 2 bodies on the floor. One man killed a younger man. There's blood almost everywhere. This isn't a scene of somebody murdering somebody. This is a scene of 5 minutes of intentional room-roaming, space-roaming violence.
Dear God, there's blood everywhere. Are they both dead? I'm gonna go poke them with a stick.
He pulls out one of the sticks that he carries, of his many pouches and straps, like a Rob Liefeld character, like Cable from the.
But I have real hands.
straps and belts and
Ropes.
Pulls out his 15-inch stick, one of his favorites. Nothing. Matter of fact, the feel and poke of it even sort of betrays it. Probably dead. Poke the other one.
Yeah.
Similarly dead.
Mara, we got 2 dead guys here. I poked him. Pretty sure they're dead.
How sure are you?
It's a lot of blood.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of blood. Like, if there was all of their blood was in them.
They don't teach that at the academy. That's old school.
It's old school. It's a dwarven technique.
That's real detective work, is what that is.
If they had this much blood in them originally, they would be fine. But the amount of blood that's in this room, it would need to be inside both of them.
Keep going. Don't stop doing that.
I only wish I had more inspiration to give you.
So, they're both dead now.
Alright, I am going to roll investigation to see if I can't find anything.
Alright.
More than poking them with a stick?
10. Oh, wait, no. 12, 13, 14, 20.
Well, that's considerably better.
Yeah,
I was about
yeah.
to tell you
I didn't
basically
see
nothing.
the
So, at a
the
20,
one.
the whole scene. So, what you glean from it are a couple of interesting facts. One, the larger, older-looking man killed the younger man first. The older fellow died hours later. The younger fellow died seemingly some point early last night, based on condition of the body. The younger man was killed by a straight, heavy, well-made sword or very long knife. All of the cuts on his body and everywhere else, it probably caused all of this bloodshed all over the place, were designed for maximum bleeding and pain, but wouldn't kill him. And the cut across his throat is expertly placed. Master swordsman level stuff. And then hours later, the older man sliced his own throat. The weapon is nowhere around. The pattern of blood on the floor, however, there is a straight, eerily straight line dragging its way through the board and the blood towards a window that is open. You go look out the window, and all you see is an open street.
Do I see any blood on the windowsill that might have that matches the pattern of what the sword just made?
A little bit. So essentially looking like almost a straight line, like it dragged itself, like pulled by a magnet or something on the other side, like some force dragging it through the pools of blood straight across the floor, up the side of the wall and out the window.
So, Mari, you think it was an accident?
A murder-suicide with a missing weapon, but
Oh.
technically.
Who took the weapon away? It wasn't the dead guy.
I mean, probably not. My bet's gonna be on some mystical, magical stuff. Let's go back downstairs, see how Flynn's doing.
So, back over at Flynn.
Yeah.
While you're down there consoling the lady,
Yep.
a couple of constables do come up.
Okay.
Clearly the ones that were called. Upon seeing Flynn Flashwood on the scene, however, folk hero that you are, they are immediately taken aback. Senior Constable Flashwood, getting your rank completely wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't realize that you were going to be here.
Well, you know...
are you taking charge of all this? What is it that we should do?
Yeah, I tell you what, if you could maybe scour the perimeter for clues...
No, we can do that.
Let us know.
Breeden, you guys, if this is okay with you, hold on.
Right.
I think I got this. If you take the western perimeter, you go and take the eastern one. Not just one circuit. Every 10 minutes, 15 minutes, go ahead and make a circle for it, and we'll secure the entire block.
I don't know. That might be
Dejected
the
look.
best idea I ever heard. You go get him, champion.
You guys go. And he goes and
Just go do what
jogs
you
off
do
with
best. So anyway, about my father, he goes back to the woman. See, Faraday, he puts a lot of trust in me, a lot of faith, and... Mara! Mum, you're back. We've got some other constables showed up, and I sent them outside looking for clues. I took charge of the situation. It was no big deal. It was pretty
Apparently, there's 2 dead people upstairs.
Shh, go on, hush. Not in front of the missus.
She breaks down.
Oh. Sorry.
I just calmed her down enough
Sorry.
to tell her my interesting story.
God, you wouldn't believe how much...
I'm gonna try and console her.
Give me a persuasion. As you try your best to give her the assurances she needs, just calm her down.
17.
Doing pretty well with that.
Yay.
You relate a little bit of personal stuff. You grew up not far from here. She does mention, she calms down visibly. She does mention, like, I have a sister I could stay with.
That might be nice.
She looks up briefly, falls to tears, and walks out the front door. Presumably to wherever her sister is.
So,
Flannel comes... Flannel? Flinnel comes out. He's got some blood on his hands. I made
my
an
God.
accident.
you did it!
I investigated.
Why did you touch it?
I didn't have any sticks.
Oh, you should always carry some sticks.
I didn't eat
Have you
it.
got my investigating stick?
This is my investigating stick.
Well, where's my investigating stick? I've got blood
Okay,
on my
so
hands.
I have a question. You mentioned that the constables arrived and that the daughter had went out to go find them. Does that mean that she's back?
No.
So, Mara, who were these 2 dead people?
I'm assuming one's her husband. I don't know who the other male is.
Oh, we should have asked her that before we'd mentioned
I
the
mean,
whole
we should
slaughterhouse
have, but
thing.
she's kind of not okay to talk to as of right now.
Flynn dramatically swishes his cloak and then just leans on the wall, puts a big handprint all over it.
No, God, no.
So what's our next move?
Well,
When she comes
Ooh.
back, she's gonna see that blood.
we should find out if they...
Oh,
We should find
that's
out...
fine. I'll just...
You're making it worse!
I'm really,
Flynn,
really
just
fucking
stop,
this
just
up.
stop,
I
just
should
stop.
stop doing
Just
this.
stop.
We
I
should-
should stop.
Just stop.
Walking into the scene. So,
We should see if they've got any booze.
the young constable that had come earlier and whipped those guys into shape comes back, red-faced. Clearly, they've been trolling pretty hard.
Oh, yeah.
Orsi Galen.
Horses?
Orsi Galen's downstairs.
Hmm?
Orsi Galen is downstairs.
Orsi Galen is there. Orsi Galen is downstairs. The Galen business.
I'm gonna go
The
back
Galen
out.
mistake.
We're doing another circuit.
Okay.
Take
You're
her
doing
there.
great work.
Madam Senior Constable, we're on this.
Flynn gives you a flourishing salute, like that. Licks his hand. Really, licks his
A little
hand.
blood.
Okay.
We should see if they bought one of those evil scarves.
They might. Was there an
Downstairs it
evil
is.
scarf?
Downstairs you go. You see a young woman that,
She
perception being what it is passively,
talking about an evil scarf.
does look like a younger version of the older woman that you saw.
Do you know what happened here?
I only know that this morning I found my father and my brother upstairs. I told my mother, and then I went to try to find some constables, and I did. And that's all I know. I saw briefly that there was horrific.
We're terribly sorry.
Condolences to your family. Did your family happen to have recently come to the purchase of a sword?
My father had. He was showing it last night at dinner. I mean, it wasn't even sharp. It was blunt. It was just some piece of junk that he bought.
Did he say where he bought it?
He bought it somewhere in Guild. I don't know. He was talking about some caravan.
Caravan?
I really don't. I mean, he didn't mention
Okay.
a lot about that.
Mhm.
Just that it was a very good deal.
Garm would like to persuade her that everything is going to be okay and we're on the case.
Give me that persuasion.
I'm actually persuasive. I just never use it. 16?
There's a reason why he doesn't buy
15.
all the rounds at the bar when he goes.
15.
People love a Garm, man.
They do. They love a Garm. The girls love a Garm.
You calm her for a bit. She does slow down for a second. Is my mother here?
She stepped outside.
I think I'll go find my mother. Is there anything more that you need from me?
Not at this moment.
She makes her way out.
Okay.
Flynn takes his hands out from
So-
behind his back.
Flynn, when you bought
Wipes them off on some cat.
that evil scarf, did he give
I
you...
didn't buy an evil scarf. I was given the evil scarf.
Oh.
And I didn't know it was evil.
Well,
Can we not focus on the evil of the scarf and focus on how fantastic it looks?
It was very nice. Like a fox. Maybe
We
he's
have,
got
we
a
have
receipt
other,
on
we
it.
have other names on this list that we have to go look at.
We do have other names.
there's
All right, let's go check out another one.
So, moving through the remainder of them. This is the nice part of town. So, getting people to be in attendance here not too difficult. You move down the list and it's story after story, much like that. 3, 4, 5 of them. Sometimes it involves something bladed like a sword. At one point, it actually involved jewelry, a necklace.
Did they murder someone with the necklace?
Used it to garrot them.
And none of the items were left behind.
All of them gone.
All right, well, I say we go shut this guy down.
Wait. Okay, so hear me out, right?
I think, yeah.
You remember those creepy guys that freaked the both of you out, but the horses and the masks?
Oh, I
yes,
thought you meant your
yes,
coworkers.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, not. I mean, sort of. Anyways, they have an unquenchable thirst. If you will,
Oh,
for knowledge.
yeah. Oh.
Right.
For knowledge.
They all know where to get a better scarf.
Like beers.
I think. Well, see, knowledge and magical things.
Garm
They wish to
immediately
possess them.
has lost interest.
So if this is the case, and we have powerful objects like the ones we're seeing, maybe they'll be interested in having them.
And their obsession with possessing magical items will come full circle as the magical items possess them.
Sure.
It's roughly noon. Halfway through the day.
Lunchtime.
Oh, can we go to a tavern, get some lunch? Are you buying?
No.
I only brought a few silver.
Alright, so you guys head to Potter's, try
I
to
have
find a
what
place
you
to
said. I liked it
have
a
a
lot.
quick rest so you can recoup and get on with the rest of your afternoon. You
Yes.
stop at a place called Ale You Need Is Love. Thank you.
I like
Ale
this
You
place.
Need Is Love. Love.
I think we got it the first time.
Love is
Love
all
is-
you need.
Alright, so, recouping.
Alright.
You are in Potter's. Where to?
I want to head back to where I last saw those creepy guys.
Glenn and
right
I...
in front of the skull.
As you go to the Skalum, you see 4 of them on horses, unabashedly staring at the Skalum, football field away, 200 yards.
So what do you want to? What's the play you want to make? We want to get them to go over to the caravan.
We go
Yeah.
tell them they got magic. You should go get that scarf.
I can maybe run a
And-
little bit of charm on them. Maybe you could help if you're also
No,
proficient.
that scarf actually isn't a bad idea. I think I'm going to go inside and grab that scarf real quick.
Going on in?
I don't
Yeah.
like
You
charm
guys going
people.
with her?
No.
Oh, come
No.
on. It's not scary.
It's
Just
pretty
walk
bold.
in.
No.
It's pretty shit in there.
It's really creepy
It's
in there.
like really crap.
not. No, it's not. It's great. Just come on.
I'm not scared, so
Fine.
I will go then.
Inside you go.
Fuck yeah.
Walking in, the feel of it is a little bit, and this part takes a moment for you to acclimate to. You're walking into the building through those whitish, off-whitish doors, almost bone-colored. As you guys enter in, the difference between way earlier this morning and sometime around midday, it shifted to stepping out into an open, grassy field. Remember the Windows XP background? A grassy hill,
Yeah,
a blue
yeah.
sky, clouds.
Those are the days.
That's where you are.
Nope. I'm turning back around to talk to the
Wait,
skeleton-faced
don't
man.
leave. It's fine.
It's not, and I'm going to make this clear, just so you can get a tactile feel for it. You feel a breeze as though being somewhere expansive.
They must have put something in the water.
I'm going out for
Air
a chat.
pressure feels
I'm going
good.
out for a chat with the Skullmask
It's
guys.
not. It's
This
come on.
is weird.
It's a beautiful blue sky, green grass. Like it's great.
This is weird. I'm talking to
How is
men
it
with
weird?
skulls for faces. I'm sorry.
That's
Bye.
so much weirder.
Bye.
Flynn
Fine,
steps out.
coward.
Garm?
Garm goes forward. Garm is convinced that they put something in his water at that last tavern.
I'm glad you're still here with me, Garm.
As you guys come inside, you guys go essentially over and then down the hill. As you crest the hill, what you see are shelves and desks, small tents and huts sort of set up as separate offices. All the layout and places in the Scala are always there, but they're in different places sometimes. Making your way down, the first thing you're greeted with, and Garm and you both notice, with your passive perception being what it is you notice a hooded and cloaked figure
Yay.
moving to and fro about a fairly large pot over a fire.
Cooking?
I'm gonna top skip my way up. Pontifex, I've been looking for you since this morning.
Mara and Hostfist.
Aye.
I'm sure Thatch has already brought you up to speed on the scarf.
I'm familiar with the item.
The place that I got it from has been handing out more items like that, and it's been causing a lot of trouble. I was
The Pontifex reaches a hand out, craggly, popped, thick carotene nails. Garm's experience with this is a bit new. Hooded and cloaked and thrown in and shadowed, you haven't really made out any discerning features. So, if you've ever seen The Secret of Nim, when you were a child, like the hand of Nicodemus, liver spotted and withered, reaching out, just barely holding, touching her hand and pushing back on it, the Pontifex stops you. The caravan has already moved. Mara, if you are going to change things, you must attend your own indecision.
Do you know where the caravan went?
Reaching into its rows, extends a hand in your hands, and a balled up silk scarf.
Well, I wanted to have a chat with the Skullface man.
You go walk up to
Yeah.
them. They're still standing there, watching the door and paying attention to you every few seconds.
So, skulls and shit, huh? I knew a guy, actually, who was into skulls and stuff. Vox Lendelwood, who's a distant cousin of mine.
I'm
He
not
was-
familiar with the Fox Lendelwood.
He was a dick.
Are you a member of this order here?
This-
Motioning towards the Skolum and its sort of creepily exact geometry.
I don't like it in that. I don't like it in that. Sometimes it's bigger inside, and also it's outside inside. I don't like that. And the angles inside are too many, like too angle. You look at it and you think that's too much of an angle. And I'm not fond of that. You like magic stuff, right?
It's not a question of like,
Mm-hmm.
it's our birthright. The Entropists are the only inheritors of magic. just gonna go with it.
Okay.
Just tell this guy spells it with a K.
I'll try persuasion.
To what end before you roll?
I'm going to ask. I'm basically just going to ask about the entropists. I want to ask.
Just chat him up.
It's casual chit chat. It's
Give me a roll.
What are the
DC
entropists?
is 14.
Okay.
Bit significant.
Well, I rolled a 15, so
Excellent.
I'm over. And
Give me 3 questions, and I will work
Okay.
that into responses.
when you say the magical items are your birthright, what exactly do you mean by that? What makes you feel you were born? And this is just purely academic. What makes you feel you were born to possess whatever's in the skull, and regardless of who legally might own it?
Magic came down from on high. The great flow master, the river of magic that flows through the universe. It is the birthright of all of the great Southern Empire, and it is our job to reclaim that. This is ours, and we shall take it back with fire and blood.
Those are interesting subjects.
Question 2.
Let's talk about fire and blood. What exactly are you planning to do to that place? Bearing in mind, I hate it.
We have had a conversation with an emissary of the Skull, and they have given us demands. We have rejected them. But if they do not open those doors for us, then we will. In fact, we will take. We are the entropists.
Okay. You sound like a fucking Skyrim character.
Sounds like
let's
a guy I knew in high school.
see. Even better. Even better. You love magic. I've worked out what you like. What would you consider the entropist's greatest enemy?
Magic is a science. It's like building a firearm or a bridge. It requires deep understanding, and it requires study and dedication of life. One never stops falling in love that way. But there are some whom, for whatever reason, the great Flow Master seems to have deigned may access those powers and those abilities. The impression you get from that is sorcerers, warlocks, basically people that backdoor their way into shit. Straight up their biggest problem for hundreds of years.
And magic is basically, like, when it comes to money, anything else, they're not interested. It's
No.
just magic.
Yep. Garm and Mara step out of the Scala. As you guys make your way out, Flynn is standing there, having a conversation across the street with a couple of them.
I got this, Mara. I walk over there to him.
Gum!
Hey, Flynn. Hey, Boneface. How's it going? You met Flynn. He's
Hi.
great. I heard you guys like magic.
Yes, but it's not a function of like.
So,
It's our birthright. It's a whole thing.
oh, so you,
It is a whole thing. I'll tell you later. It's actually quite interesting.
I've got questions, but they're gonna wait. I pull out the scarf and show it to the guy.
Are you choosing to give that to us?
Yes,
On a condition.
on a condition.
Hold on. The moment Mara speaks, one of them mutters something under their breath in a language you probably don't understand, but the intention you possibly could. And you may roll arcane.
11.
Good enough. It's fairly common spell. He's trying to glean a sense of who you are, where you're from, and what you are. And about the time he figures out, you can almost see it in his demeanor and manner, that you are a devotee of some ancient power. His demeanor goes from relaxed and almost conversant, as Flynn has chatted him up, to stern and distant when you open your mouth. It'll be the case that before we're done, before we leave this city, you would stay out of our way, or we will burn the eyes from your fucking head.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Whoa,
I'm gonna let you finish.
Garm sort of pipes up
I'm
as
gonna
he
let
goes
you
from
finish.
slightly awkward talky guy to you can sense behind his eyes that he could blow this block up.
I'm gonna let you finish, buddy. But the guy that owns this scarf, he's handing out this scarf. I've handed it to Flynn. He's handing out magical goodies all over town, and they're causing problems. Now you can
He's
wait.
got loads more of this shit.
You can wait here and argue with the guys in the weird building. You can
You
go
can
find.
shut up now.
Yeah.
Says maybe we should.
Can I offer the scarf as an apology for this whole mess?
Yes. And I would recommend burn the fucking witch.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to burn the hell
And
out
they
of her. It's gonna
We
be
bring
have
one
a
of the horses
saying
and
where
make their
I'm
way down the
from.
block.
That's a saying where I'm from. Burn the witch.
We get some more business. We got to go down to Wet Side.
Why?
Paladin,
What are we-
Lieutenant Dilgle, we're gonna get his Marines to handle the big fucker outside.
That's a good plan.
Thanks.
You guys make your way over to Wetside. It takes about an hour or so walking your way across the city. As you guys pass
You did
the
have a
battery,
scarf, right?
there is a cheer that
Yeah, they
goes
rode
up.
with it.
Just a waving by. There's a small crowd of people that are assembled, watching a lot of people like gathering for the tests. Some of the cannoneers at the battery do.
Mhm.
It's kind of interesting. It's almost like fireworks for the poor. But as you guys go by, there seem to be some people that recognize Flynn, and just distantly waving and cheering as you guys walk on by, headed to the eastern side of the
Oh, they
city.
love that party.
Flashwood!
Oh,
Flashwood!
Cheering about the
I
cheering about the pigs.
Single though.
little bit.
The cheering is fine, a little bit awkward, but it happens as you guys make your way to the docks of Wetside, and specifically to the Fallen Rail, and up the gangplank. Quick conversation to be had with one of the officers standing there, keeping you away from the fleet commander's actual vessel, but you are escorted up, having been through this just days before. As you're escorted up, he is actually going through instruments and the calibration thereof, septants and the like, sort of naval things that are complete mysteries to all of you. Handing there with a couple of sort of lowly third lieutenants and officers. He
Cavalry.
shoos them away as you guys step aboard, and turns and says, "Is there more to be had?"
Yep. Tomorrow at dawn, that guy that you don't know is gonna come in here. And he's gonna find the guy that he knows. I figured, because it's totally not really my problem, that you could probably get some of your small little underlings to help out with us taking care of this guy before he even comes in.
For the good of the city.
Before he
For
even
the
comes
good of
in
Grey
the city.
Ghost.
Thank you for your time and your warning. I will pass along my best wishes to your commanding officer for the effort you've put in. But if I'm going to be candid, and I lean on this, excuse me, I do lean on this, both with Mistress Provisioner Bintershow. I did have my people look into you as well, Master Stoutfist. Also your father, Mr. Flashwood. I choose to make it clear that I see any further communication on this and taking out of my day as a form of harassment and disrespect. In the case that I have to hear about this again, something I am nothing related to, then I'm going to take appropriate measures with those whom I can. I'm clear?
Crystal.
I appreciate the time. I do not wish to disrespect the Grey Guard. Please tell Senior Inspector you're breathing. Thank you for his constable's diligence in this. But I feel perhaps it is misplaced. There are other things likely going on that warrant your attention. Good day.
Sir, so just please, just as you've mentioned my family, can I just have one quick private word with you?
Constable Flashwood, you can have a moment.
Okay. Alright. I'm using this in the traditional sense to gain an advantage on a dice roll.
Nice.
Just a traditional use of inspiration. I'm going to go all in on persuasion, being him,
To what end?
to tell him, look, let's be honest just between us, that we both know what's going on and how can we try and find a way to fix this. in a way that's just going to be good for everyone. Okay. 19.
Jesus. You guys are escorted down the gangplank as Flynn has his private moment with Kira Dougal.
So Mara, I was thinking, like, what if we just told some of the Marines that this guy was looking for their boss? Do you think they'd take it up to maybe go fight him on principle?
I don't know. Let's wait until Flynn gets back.
Give him a few drinks, and you know how drunk Marines are.
As you guys are standing
Let's
there
wait for Flynn.
on the street, waiting for Flynn to come off the boat, you guys see Flynn walking down the gangplank, unusually serious, as you guys are getting patted on the back here and there. Someone, unfortunately, pushes a bottle into your hand.
Hey!
Oh God, no!
What is it?
You don't know.
Don't
It's the
know.
best kind of drink.
Don't.
I better check.
I thought I was the serious one. I've never heard Garm ask what's in a bottle before drinking it.
It smells like a combination of blueberries and turpentine.
I'm gonna put the lid on that. I'm on the job. Beer only.
Before he gets a swig,
I'm proud of you, Garm.
Flynn grabs it and just
I'm
takes
not
a
proud of you,
huge
Flynn.
Give me
drink
a con save.
Jesus.
and then hands it back.
Now I've got a
Consider
drink.
that dramatically reckless.
I have got 13 con.
You are not drunk, which is the poison condition, disadvantage you in all kinds of shit. But you get lightheaded and woozy. This is potent
That's what he
shit.
wanted.
It
Oh,
takes the edge right the hell off.
So how'd it go?
oh, he did it. Oh,
I mean,
he did it.
we knew that.
We didn't
No.
know that.
No, you.
I was worried.
You thought you knew. He says he was a lot younger when he did it, but he killed. Do you want ages or numbers?
Both.
Some kids, quite a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll clear out the streets. We'll leave a nice clear path for.
Yeah. I'm not judgy, but like I said, I think he knows what's coming.
We need to focus on this. I guess
Turkey
one last
leg
thing
thing.
before. No, not the turkey leg.
Garm never gets to decide what we do.
That's because you drink.
That
Garm.
is true. You do drink a lot.
I drink.
Anyways, we need
I
to.
drink the blueberry stuff.
We need to go ahead and let people know that there needs to be a clear path from here.
Con
Jesus.
save. I already warned you.
I tell you what, we won't clear a path if we try
12.
and tell them to follow the turkey because
You
it's good,
are
but ain't good.
Poisoned.
Yeah,
You are
this-
conditioned
There's
disadvantage on
something-
ability checks. Garm's. And
There's
this is how you
something
know when
wrong.
Garm's drunk. It's not when he smells drunk. It's not even when he slurs his speech, because sometimes.
It's not when he acts drunk, no.
It's when Garm, fairly well conditioned monk that he is. It's when Garm stumbles. You then see him lose his balance by maybe an inch or two.
What time of day is it?
1:30 to 2.
God damn it.
This stuff is terrible.
Alright, so we need to get word on the street that people need to not be out at dawn.
We do. I mean, we're kind of a.
Yeah, how about let's go back to the barracks? That'd be the best way to get constables out on the street and that area.
Yeah, let's get everyone
Alright,
involved in
yeah.
this. Let's get stuff clear.
Okay. You guys head
I'm
back
gonna
to
get a
Gully.
cart so he doesn't walk.
Nice.
We need to find the turkey leg cart.
I want to go talk to the ball boys at Westgate. I'm going to get a different cart and go there because they're going to be on the front
Get the
line on
word
this
out.
one.
Yeah, let them know
Yeah.
and tell the constables while they're out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
I'll
you
let
go
them
do
know
that.
so
I'll
their
take
job's
Garm
done.
with me.
Well,
I think he's gonna have an early night. Come on, Garm, you're going with me.
fine.
There you go.
Alright, so you're headed to the East Gate.
Yes.
Westgate.
Is that wrong? No, I'm where he is. Where the
We're here.
right.
You want to go there? That's
I
where
want to go
he
where
is.
the. Yes, I do want to go to
Paladins?
the Westgate.
You go clean across the city. That's going to take
I'm
you
taking me a
couple
car.
of hours.
I'm paying for a car.
You rent yourself a car. Drop yourself the money. So, making there will cut that time down, but you're headed to the West Gate, you guys are headed to Gully. So let's deal with Gully first because it's closer. You guys pull into Gully, you're going specifically where? To the barracks?
Barracks.
Into the barracks, and it's early afternoon, it's pretty empty.
Yeah, I'm gonna toss Garm over to his bed.
I'm gonna.
Just chill for a sec.
Okay.
Garm, get your shit together.
Fine. Wherever.
Just chill.
I don't.
I'm gonna take a little breather and I'm gonna debate for like 2 minutes.
You take your time.
About
both
whether
of
to
you-
just put a pillow over his face
Yeah.
and
both of you
just
take a
finish
bit of a
this.
short rest,
Short rest.
and we flash over to Flynn Flashwood riding a cart through the streets, past the spire court and well into the west gate, calling down from the top of the gate. Hey!
Oh, boys!
Foot on patrol.
Hold on! I'm heading up.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the stairs.
There are
There's
spiral stairs all
I'm
the
gonna
way
take
up.
the spiral stairs. Head on up. I want to look for the guy in charge.
The guy in charge. You start asking around a bit.
Yeah.
They pass you off one person to the next person to the next person, and there is, ever so high, but hair pulled back well, and a mustache like handlebar style, salt and pepper. There's a goblin. The guy looks up at you. Constable, what is it that I can do for you?
So, at dawn tomorrow, the man that we've been looking at across the way,
We have taken note of him. Yeah.
old shiny fella, look, he's gonna come through these doors at dawn tomorrow.
Yeah. I would like to see him try it.
So, I'm gonna try persuasion to try and get the gravity of this situation across to him.
Okay.
As I'm just certain, I understand that you guys have this in check. Ordinarily, I would totally leave this to you. That's a 20 on persuasion. As I tell him just exactly,
He says, well,
I've looked at this guy. I know what he can do. I think he could take half the Grey Guard out. We're trying to do all. He's in here for one person, and we
he stops
just.
you.
Okay.
My God. Should I contact the other captains of the wall? We could move ballistas. Do we need to fight him off? Or can we get cannons from the battery?
Between you and me, honestly, he's not really here to cause much trouble. He's here to. He's got a problem with someone in here, and he wants to resolve that problem. And having surveyed the situation, we're thinking it's probably safer for Greygast if we just let those two have their conversation or whatever it is they're gonna do. My main concern is I don't want to see anybody getting hurt who doesn't have to, so we might want to just not let him in, but at least have him go through the normal procedure to get in.
Well, there's no law saying we have to keep people out of this.
Exactly. It's not like he's an enemy of the state.
He's not.
No.
What?
I think maybe
So
if we
you're-
just let him in, it'll be
Maybe
fine.
we raise the gate early tomorrow?
I think that might be a good sign. A good sign. Yeah.
All right, Flashwood. You make a convincing case. I'll raise the gate early, before dawn. Just for a bit. Appreciate that.
All right. Anytime. I'm just looking out for the guys. You know me. Okay. Convinced enough that I have saved some lives today. I guess I head back to the barracks with and reconvene with the others.
Give me another con save. You drank a little water.
Rolled a 1.
Nice. Now the hangover setting in. You are, point in fact, going to be disadvantaged on an attacks and ability checks. That's drunk. Now you're just disadvantaged on the ability checks. You want to lash out and whip some ass? You can muscle through that. You want to go ahead and climb a wall? That seems like it's a pain in the ass.
But it's not good.
Not great.
Could be better.
Could be better.
Could be better.
So, Flynn Flashwood comes on in, finds Garm, probably walk from room to room, kind of find
Yeah.
wherever he is.
Yeah. Look,
Garm's laying there. Not often you see him this way, but you have seen him this way once or twice. It's a Garm hangover.
Blueberry stuff is
Everything aches.
awful.
Oh no! I once saw him stub his toe on the curb and we held an intervention. It was horrible.
Who are
Alright,
you?
I'm guessing that there's some kind of like a bulletin board or something that's in the barracks. I'm gonna scribble out a little note, tape it up there, tack it up, whatever it is. Just saying that there's going to be a meeting at like 6 o'clock. Just get everyone's attention. That way I can tell people what to do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to post that up.
Post that notification for people.
Yeah.
It's about closing up on 3 o'clock. You guys have a few hours left in the day. What to and what doing?
The cemetery's just down the street. We can go
That's
check
true.
them out.
It's
yeah.
close by. See
Well,
what's
so
up there.
yesterday we tried to get those guys in the cemetery, and they blasted my face off almost.
Yeah. She melted one like inside.
Yeah,
it
it's
was
like-
horrifying, but
what I
cool
hear.
in
No.
reflection.
That's what I hear.
We need to make sure they're not up to any more stuff.
That's
We
true.
just-
Maybe we should do a stakeout.
Cemetery time. Let's go.
You guys make your way over to Points Cemetery, where Undertaker Gerhard Gold.
Oh, good old Gerhard.
Just drinking out of the water out of my water skin.
Hello?
Just,
Hi.
Wait. Were you here yesterday?
Yeah.
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 And people have been breaking in. All the constables keep saying no one's breaking in, but I know they are.
Yeah,
I
we-
know they are. I've seen them do it.
we blew up one of them
Yeah.
Wait, you already checked on that?
yesterday.
We had to find
Actually,
out
with
more.
your new passive perception, you can smell it. This guy is crazy trash.
That is amazing. Like, she can smell him over gum?
Oh yeah.
That's incredible.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I need to take that food as well.
16, but she's observant. He says, "Oh well, of course, no, you were here yesterday." Like a high-functioning alcoholic, just kind of going with it now that he's proven wrong. Oh yeah, no, you're here yesterday. You found out. I remember that.
Do you mind if we just look around, make sure everything's okay?
Oh, I prefer if you didn't go tromping through graves and the like. You know.
We'll be
treat it with the
respectful.
utmost respect.
Well,
yeah.
If I said no,
We wouldn't be able to find out who's breaking into your cemetery.
well, maybe I don't want you going all through the thing. He starts getting defensive for no fucking reason.
I don't like this.
I don't necessarily think that you don't know.
Mara,
Laura, we...
do I have permission to go
Fuck
punch this
you.
guy in the face?
No,
How
don't
about you go
punch
look
him in
at
the
some
face.
Why
other
don't you go
people's
fuck
stuff?
yourself,
How about
buddy?
you don't tell me
I
that?
got a headache. I don't put up
Norm,
with this.
just chill for a second.
We
Ah.
could just
Fine.
walk in. We're constables.
How about you go back to your abode, your beautiful place that you can just chill and just take a breather. We'll wait here.
That's what I was going to do then. Fine.
It's a great idea.
He kind of wobbles back into his little fucking hut outside the goddamn cemetery and shuts the door.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
I think he's drunk.
God, what makes you say that?
Suspicious.
Game recognized game. All right,
Say
you guys
it.
make your way into Point Cemetery
wise,
as much
man.
as you left it.
What if he's got illicit booze in that cabinet?
Where to and what next?
All right, let's check out our previous location, see if anything's changed.
So the first one where you found the ritual on the floor,
Yes.
not even touched, nothing different.
Okay.
The second
Should we be
place,
stealthier as we check this one out?
Sure.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah, let's be stealthy.
roll me
I can do it. I've got
a
high dex.
stealth.
I mean, I could do it alone if any.
Well, no,
is anyone else good at
as
stealth?
party shit goes, it is. Somebody can roll and somebody else can help.
That's
if you're
true.
proficient.
I am proficient, but also I'm hungover.
True, that's gonna
But you
suck.
could lend me help and I can get advantage.
Actually,
right?
I'm hungover.
That's
I'm
all you gotta
surly.
do.
I'm not helping anybody do shit.
Gar's more or less just pointing out, no, you're going to walk yourself.
You walk softer.
Don't walk on that.
You don't want to walk on
I
that.
don't even.
Ah.
10.
It's not exactly the quietest stalking through a cemetery of low buildings and a lot of open space and graves in the middle of the afternoon, but it is by far the most visible stealthing that's ever happened here. You guys stalk up to the mausoleum where the two died. Doesn't seem on the surface to be illusionary. You've interacted with that already. It doesn't look like it's been untouched. It looks like it's been scrubbed.
Right. So you know what I'm thinking?
Hmm.
What if last night we fought a pair of illusions? Because their beds aren't here now.
No, but I did take their shit. Remember whenever we first walked in and they mentioned some other person's name, asking if, were
Yeah.
you back now?
Yeah.
I think that's what we're dealing with.
That
Plus,
person
the
came
rooms in
back.
the previous place are a little bit more difficult. I say we keep doing some snooping, make sure the rest of the grounds are fine.
Yeah, you guys do that.
So you guys go stalking and checking out mausoleums and the like.
Yeah.
Give me an
Actually.
investigation, keeping in mind.
I can help.
There we go.
Boom.
Oh,
Oh, 12.
ooh, Jesus.
I ain't bad.
I have a already a 3, and then I get an extra +5 because of the feat that I took.
Hey!
That's why I rolled it.
Saving grace moment. All right. So, despite the fact that she's a little tired, it's a little sloppy this afternoon, still manages.
Sure.
There's a broad mausoleum, appears to be a family crypt of some kind for an expansive family. The name itself is worn away to time. But it appears to have tracks going to and from, as though this is a place of great movement and interest. Very recent.
5.
Unless like 5 family members recently died and there were a lot of funerals back to back in the last 72 hours.
Alright, I'm gonna step back away from it. And just these two. So remember how last time we kind of just braved in the situation and then Garm pretty much died and then I had to...
Got
Burns the body
blasted
from the
me
insides out.
in the brain.
Maybe this time, because this looks like a high traffic area, maybe this time we should get some help. So it's not just the 3 of us, because I'm pretty sure the one that's waiting is pretty powerful.
Yeah, but we could ask for help all the time. What if we just kick this mausoleum in and then just tear the face off whatever's there? And show them the might of the Greyghast Constables? How about that?
It's probably just one guy.
It is probably just one guy. I think we'll get a win out of this one. Alright,
Go
I
with his
instantly
idea.
go and
No.
kick the mausoleum door
I agree to this.
as hard as I can.
The sight that you're filled with, 8 robed figures standing around a circle, the ground itself wavering, and it's almost a rippling, dark purple water, and then back, and then forth, as though there's an uncertainty in what it wants to be. All of them lowly chanting. When the door kicks open, 1 or 2 look over their shoulder and are immediately shouted at by a figure standing on a dais higher up some stairs. We go into initiative.
First of all, before we do, Flynn says, looks like we missed the funeral, but we're just in time for the wake. Oh my God.
Congratulations. So, passive initiative being what it is. Dylan, right? 12s. Who's going to be going first?
I think I'll lead the charge
First
this
through the
time.
door.
Their passive initiative unfortunately beats the hell out of Garm's. That is the order of operations. So we start off with Flynn. Kick the door in. That's the surprise action.
Alright. Boom.
First round.
Okay, so we're looking at how many hooded figures here?
8 standing
8.
in a circle. They are roughly a whole movement 30 feet away into the mausoleum. Let's say it was a large and expansive one. Up on the dais, up some stairs. So even farther away.
Gotcha. Okay, how close together are these hooded figures?
They're within roughly 10 to 15 feet of each other. Again, just sort of forming the major points of a rosette around a circle.
Gotcha. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the full movement to
You
get
rush
up
up
to them.
and close the distance.
And that's when I'm going to go Thunderwave and see just how many I can get.
Boom! You can
Boom.
get the one that you run up to and the 2 next to him, sort of at an angle as you kind of dart past and just
Mm.
boom!
He's going to need con saves.
Con saves. What's my DC?
Your DC is 13.
13 on a con save. Their con save puts him at 14
Okay,
flat.
they will take half damage.
Half damage.
So I will roll just 1d8 instead of
Easy.
2. On the table. They take a whopping 2 damage.
They take 2
Don't
damage.
have to move anywhere.
You can hear the rumble and feel cracks happen in the ground and the stone beneath them. As a couple of them stumble for a second, almost like a tinnitus in their ear as they're disrupted. Because of their immediate disruption and distraction, you notice that the fading in and out, sort of superimposition of some kind of purple ocean, vanishes for a second and it becomes very solid ground, and then it's kind of brought back by the emphaticness of the rest. Next action.
I'm gonna go with the Eldritch Blast on this one.
The one he's right next to?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Eldritch Blast, as you reach out, your Eldritch Blast being force and almost invisible as you make a hand motion in their direction, and AC is 12, by the way.
Oh, well, then that's a hit.
That's definitely a hit. Give me damage. Now, to give a description of, you've seen her do her Eldritch Blast a couple of times, but you're as yet
haven't.
not completely used to it. Oh, Garm was out last time. It's not like throwing a firebolt that leaches out across the expanse at somebody and sets them on fire. This is all at once more precise, polite, and somehow more disturbing. It is barely a flick in a direction, almost like a sort of a Jedi mind trick kind of thing, or sort of a passive thing. And how much damage?
9.
His entire chest implodes 40 feet away.
Oh.
The lack of a visual reference
Oh.
is disturbing.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Crack.
But yet I know she did it.
Oh,
I just
yes.
know.
Moving on to their go. The two that have been so afflicted turn on Flynn for a second. They sort of conjure up within themselves, reaching down. They pull out a pinch of something, can't really make out, essentially spell components. It appears they don't have arcane focuses. You not being particularly arcane knowledgeable unless you want to spend action and a whole action to figure out what they're doing.
Oh,
You'll just get to know
sense.
their effects. I need you to make 2 separate con saves. Con save
Okay.
1. Your DC is pretty low, it's only 11.
Okay, so I made the first one.
I don't get to do anything with that. Second one.
Oh, no, did not make that one.
Second one. Plus 1. 6.
6.
6 necrotic damage. What you feel is, for a second, it reminds you of the worst fever you ever had as a child, with all over your body.
Oh, the one that Father said I made up.
Almost for a second. He almost drops what he has in his hand because the pain is intense and inflamed, and the sensation fails. 6 necrotic damage. The remaining ones double down to keep this going. The portal is almost open. Their job is almost done. They're being shouted at from above by whoever's sort of leading this off to continue on, and we're almost there. He, however, you're a threat.
Just
you are
maybe.
just a little bit of a
Maybe.
one. You're a
Sorry.
threat. I'm just gonna magic missile you. I ain't got to roll to hit with that. Makes a motion in your direction. These sort of soft, glowing purple balls start forming around his hand as he flings them out towards her, and we make contact. Ten. 1, 2, 3, concussively knocking her back. She staggers and stumbles for a second, lip bloodied up. Their turn is done. Garm.
I take my move to get... They're about 10 feet apart.
Yeah.
I want to get to where I can strike the one that just hit him.
Yep.
And I've got my quarterstaff.
Mm-hmm.
Choke up on it with 2 hands because it's versatile.
Yep.
And deliver a blow to the back of this guy's head.
So, free action, you unfurl that staff, perfectly free, literally just from one of his many boots, bolts, and braces, just swoop, all of a sudden he's got like a 5.5-foot staff out as he's not running. It's a misnomer to say that Garm has to like hustle like a linebacker. Trained monk, okay, still knows that shit. Almost gracefully dances across, light touch feet. You've seen him stumble in an alley and throw up before. This is him at his most, and whack.
18.
That is a hit.
And the damage is... 9.
9 damage. You crack the quarterstaff right across the jaw of the one on the left that had successfully caused some damage.
Is he down?
You can feel reverberating back down the ash wood the sensation of bone cracking, and he goes down. If
All right.
he's not dead, he's sure doing a good job
Close
acting.
enough. I channel my key.
Key time. Salud.
Which gives me an extra attack on the other guy, on the other side of me.
Whack. And then you
This has to be a
Step.
unarmed attack, but still.
reach, throw an
Just
elbow.
Throw it. Yeah, I double hand that guy. I plant the quarterstaff and use it to launch myself into a kick,
Nice.
like a pole vault into this guy's face. These guys fucked me up the last time we met. I am returning the favor. Oh, not with that. I'm not. That is a 9.
No, unfortunately, your foot
No,
goes
that's a-
grazing past his nose. He ducks back for a second.
Oh wait, that was a 9 I rolled.
Yes.
So 11.
That is still a no. AC is 12. As he dodges. A little John Woo style, though. Coming back to the top of the key. Your go, Flynn.
Spending an inspiration, sir. As Flynn, realizing that the other cultists are trying to do something, he doesn't know what, but this is clearly bad,
Correct.
frantically thinks, what have I got in my pack? He has a set of common clothes. He is going to fling the common clothes in the air and then slash them this way and that to try and fling them into the faces of as many cultists as he can to distract them from whatever it is they're doing.
I would say.
It is a boom, boom.
I would say two things are true. True number one, you do spend inspiration for that. You will be advantaged on the attempt. I'm going to consider that to be not an attack. That's going to be
No, it's not an attack.
It's going to be
some sort of skill
I'm
check.
going to make it like athletics. You are trying to slash and fling pieces of things to distract people.
Acrobatics.
I prefer acrobatics. I really prefer acrobatics. What if he flipped when he did it?
If you flip while you do it, I'll give you.
He flips when he does it.
And
Thank
because
fuck.
that is in no way an optimal choice, it betrays some of the flamboyance of Flynn. You do get your inspiration back for being reckless in a situation where she just got smacked to fuck.
Thank you, sir.
Still like pretty okay.
So do it again.
Well, that fuck.
But you hit the mat, buddy.
There we go. That will be a 14.
Sufficient for you to distract a couple of them, which means that they're down to nearly half, causing a disruption in what they're doing. Things are getting tense in that front. Your go. Dude on the dais is eyeballing you like somebody needs to eat a fireball.
Alright, I'm gonna use one of my spell slots.
Spell slot.
Go witch bolt with this.
Which bolt
Let's do it again.
Oh, you need another.
An extra
there you go.
exploration dice. Yes. To see if you hit.
17.
Good
Let's go
thing
with
that you
one.
did.
Yep.
17 is going to be a hit on the dais, the range being more than sufficient.
What's that? 9?
That's a 9, yeah.
9 damage. As she ends up raising a hand. What does your witch bolt really look like? What kind of damage is it?
It's lightning.
Lightning damage. Well, that's pretty self-explanatory then.
It's
Yeah.
it's Emperor Palpatine.
An arc of purple lightning.
Yeah.
Deep purple. Like, not bright purple. For some reason, it's a purple that somehow darkens the room.
Mm.
And
Almost
it
like
goes-
UV light, but like the just outside of the UV light.
Just
the
a-
dark shit.
You see the glow of the light. You don't see the light, which is sucking up light, but not the glow.
Slightly ultraviolet.
Yeah.
Moving
I'm
on,
gonna hold it
their
on.
go. Because they're not wishing to get killed off by their leader, they're going to make the decision to go ahead and hold on to the spell just a little bit longer. If they can do that for 2 more turns, we might be able to pull this off. However, the guy on the dais is not so fucking stymied. So we are going to target a little bit. He locks eyes with you for a moment as the lightning's arcing out and is singeing and starting to smolder. And he barks out one word. Command. Flee. I'm going to need you to go ahead and give me a wisdom save, or you rot.
And there's a chance.
16.
DC is 13.
Hey, holding the
He
line.
locks eyes with you for a moment, and you feel some dark power almost try to take over your well-trained mind, and get shunned. Well, that would have changed this dramatically, right?
Oh no, yeah. That would have fucked us.
I
That's
like to think that my patron's just like, fuck that.
Only one dark voice you're listening to.
Whispering in your ear while the noise of command is taking over your psyche, and you feel yourself wanting to drop this and simply leave passively. For a moment, you almost do, but somewhere in the darkness and in the corner, you hear the voice of the first girl you ever kissed. And she tells you to stay for a while. And you do. And it tastes like strawberries.
That's perfect.
None of y'all know that.
No.
Moving on!
Taste of strawberries is odd.
Alright.
Scott Fitson.
Alright.
You got this, Gum.
I'm going to...
Put them in Gum's way. Saving that for the real one.
Nice.
Jesus, that
Put
was
them in Garm's
terrible.
way. That's great.
It was great.
These guys are... I'm going to put Garm in their way. They're in for some serious bodily Garm.
Just fucking run with
This
it.
is going to be Garmful to their health.
I'm absolutely gummed by these, by the way.
I take my move to get...
Wasted.
Because
He's
one guy's
on-
down, I take my move, I pull, I like roll past that guy to between the next two,
Yeah.
and I unleash quarterstaff on the guy I just went past.
Nice. As you roll past, you're going to go and give him like a proper Tanya Harding, Nancy Kerrigan elbow
Knee
break, and then
right-
you're going to pass out from the pain.
Right to the kneecaps, that's where I'm aiming this sucker. It's 20-something.
Oh, more than sufficient as you go crack.
7 damage.
You smack the knee sideways, like an MMA kick highlight video gone super wrong, like that dude's career is over. He screams out, and then his scream dies as he hits the ground and passes out.
I key up.
Salute.
And I go down low on that, and then I come swinging around with the other end of the quarterstaff. It's considered an unarmed, but I'm using the quarters for the guy's temple on the other side.
Excellent. As long as the damage is fine, I don't mind the dramatic flair of it.
But it doesn't.
But it doesn't go anywhere.
So I go around the back.
And we could all we all could see how awesome that would have
it
been.
would
Would have been
If I wasn't
great.
so focused.
Although
Flynn,
still,
you lead off
All
on
right.
the third round.
Question:
Please.
Are they chanting?
Oh,
How
they
are they
are.
doing this?
They are
right.
chanting.
In that case,
And they're chanting more and more fervently.
gotcha. That's all I
2
need
are
to know.
down now.
2 are down.
My plan is to slide into the middle of the circle and perform to try and put them off their game.
A
son.
distraction.
A distraction.
Now, you
try and
can't-
disrupt the ritual.
Mass distraction would be disadvantaged. Distracting one person, you'd be rolling normal.
Well, what if Flynn does an electric fucking slide across that floor and does that?
Mass distraction is rolled as normal. As Flynn, and you'll describe it, but roll it first and then give me your best. I'll describe it if you fail. Looking for like a 13.
Alright, and we have a 14.
Aha!
Just made it!
Please, by all means, describe how you distract 6 guys from a very intense, focused thing.
He slides in, riffing off them, starts playing their chant but faster. Just enough to throw them off key. And tries to get them to do it his way. And then, once he's got them all in a rhythm, he changes it to a pitch-perfect version of what Muddy played earlier.
So, essentially, you take their fervent and intense bomb to bang ditty. Hang with them on it.
Yeah.
Get them to follow you on
Just
it.
get him to follow
and
my
you
rhythm.
drop it into
and
some
then-
like slow-paced John the Revelator blues.
Exactly.
Completely throwing them off. And you succeed. Everyone's disrupted for a second and realizes that they've let it go.
Halfway through, they're all just it's a
The ground solidifies.
hell.
The ground literally, you feel it solidifying under your feet as it's simply a stone mausoleum floor. And Flynn throws everybody off their game. Not that they couldn't start again, but now, at least the immediate threat is gone and they're all staring at you. You see Flynn, roughly surrounded by 6 people that he has just straight up pulled the old switcheroo on.
He's still going, by the way. He's not noticed. They're all looking. He's all like deep in it.
So shall when she's gone.
Alright, I think
glad
I
you
will
interrupted
hold the
that.
witch bolt.
Holding the
Big
witch
nasty.
bolt. Hand shaking. 5 more damage as he starts floundering for a second. Barely. You see a little bit of blood seeping out of his mouth. Mouthing something to the tune of bitch.
It's an old song.
There go. Time for some cultist pile-on.
I mean, if you want to.
6 cultists race at Flynn.
Oh, do I get an attack on any
You
of them?
will get one opportunity attack on one of them as he leaves your area of second control. Shouted at by their superior
You
to
son of a-
get him!
Well, whoever just ran right by me takes 6 damage to the face.
As he
Yes.
starts going and you put the end of the staff right into his fucking teeth. He hits the ground.
That's my poking stick.
5 of them, however, rush up.
I don't know this.
It's not really-
I'm into Nirvana at this point.
The first one is going to grab you. Opposed to athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
Mine is piss. Ha
Mine is 9.
Nice, you beat me. Second one
Still
is going
playing.
to grab you.
Still playing.
Get him! Guards!
That will be 15.
You are grappled. Just means your
Okay.
movement is 0. That's the
Yeah.
condition. 3 of 5. Shoving you to the ground. Tackling you, essentially. Come on. Opposed to acrobatics, athletics. Ooh.
No.
You are
no.
tackled to the ground. You are now prone and your movement is 0. You are disadvantaged on attacks. 4th and 5th one. Dogpile with them and start beating the shit out of you. In like a little league, like little league. What's it like? Essentially 6-year-old kids playing like bumblebee soccer, just swarming the ball and toppling over each other and just driving knees and shit into you. First attack, because you are prone and they are not, is advantaged. AC,
My AC is 13.
13. It's going to be a hit. 18 is not much of a bonus, plus 1 bonus. 18, you wham! You take 3. The next one, also advantaged. You take another. Wham! 2 bludgeoning. Now they've piled up and they are going to kick you until you stop living.
Okay.
There
Or they
go.
stop
Up
living.
top,
Hey, my turn. If they just go in.
dude up top gets to go.
Oh, that guy.
So far, he's only said that I'm a bitch, which he's not wrong.
That's
not right.
Let's go ahead and magic missile the situation.
All right.
He lets it loose and lets it free. Seven. Wham! Wham! Wham!
Oof.
I have 0.
Mara falls unconscious as one strikes her across the head and she falls sideways. His turn's over. Garm, you get to go.
Oh, man.
They're all kicking Flynn to death and Mara just fell and this dude's up there.
I am going to...
What's the most-
How far away is he?
Rushing up the stairs
Yeah.
would take about 20 feet of movement.
Okay, that's perfect. I'm going to spend a advantage on just rushing the ever-living shit out of this guy, a charge attack, and clobbering him.
So advantaged attack. As you
Advantaged
go
attack.
racing up the stairs. Can I say that you're racing up the stairs like anime style, where you got like the weapon behind you? while
Yes, the
you
weapon
run in and
is
shit?
behind me. My feet
Oh
are
god,
moving,
you doing that with the first,
Yeah.
the free hand?
and my feet are moving way too many times.
Yeah, he's like touching the step 4 times.
That's it.
before
You're
he
like
moves, but
leaning
he's moving for a
forwards
good time.
as far forward as
Making
a
great
dwarf
time.
can.
Great time.
But if you
But-
slow it down, it's unnecessary.
Unless it's too many steps.
Let's see, let me get another dice.
All right, give it a go.
Come on, you son of
got
a
this,
bitch.
AC is going to be
11.
not enough.
9.
As you go swinging at him, and he looks at you with disdain.
You son of... Well, I'm in his face now, though.
You are straight up in his face.
So, good luck casting...
Garbs goes done. Flynn, you're leading us off
Flynn says,
under a pile of fucking.
Okay, actually no. I'll save the one-liner if I get it. Con saves on all of them.
Oh, that situation. I will do a mass con save for all of them. Here we go.
What'd you
my
do?
DC 13? I think I know. Thunder waving it?
I'm doing my...
Yeah.
Because even though he's prone, tackled, and whatnot, he's
Got
got
verbal.
free movement. Total of 9.
Ooh.
Nice. They each take
Flynn?
Ooh, yeah.
Jesus.
11 damage each.
Okay, hold on. So it's the sound
Fuck 'em.
of organs pulping and bodies flying against far walls as he's covered, and then the sound is the finest, strongest, purest C chord that anyone has ever heard. And boom, bodies flying.
Flynn gets up, wipes the blood and the viscera from himself, and says, "I've told my fans before, no touching."
No touching!
Mara, unconscious, 0. You don't do death saves, but you're just out. Dude looks at you for a second.
I look good while I'm unconscious.
You're pretty hot.
Thanks.
He looks at you for a second, and he barks out one word.
Oh, if he's casting a spell, I get to punch him in the face.
Really?
Yeah. he's at point blank range trying to do
Your
some...
face
trying
was
to do
perfect for that. You were like, I'm
Hold
gonna
on.
fuck him
Why
up.
does you get to punch him in the face?
Because it's an attack of opportunity. Casting a spell? Is that not...
Well,
Did they not
it
do
says
that
that.
anymore?
Nope. I was about to say, is this some kind of monk shit?
I don't know, but it was
That's-
great.
that was
a good moment.
His conviction.
Yeah.
Garm, however, hold on, I'll even grant you this much though.
Gum says
Garm
it.
thinks that's how it
I
works.
think that's
Gum says it. He says, "No, you cast
You
a
don't get
spell."
to roll to back Garm up on this mathematically, but Garm does try to slap a bitch
Yeah.
and miss.
Yeah, well.
Not realizing, wait, doesn't that work that way?
That's not how it works anymore.
So, command. I
It's
need a
not him.
wisdom
Gum remembers
save.
It's
it.
not Garm remembers
I need a
it.
wisdom save, and his word is, back away.
That's 2.
14.
Flee. What?
14.
14, you shrug it off.
Yeah.
No, I get to punch you in the face!
And you hold it. He does that. You feel the niggling at your mind. You slap at him. Really, it's just a reaction. Realize, wait a second, that's not a really effective way to do this. However, it is now your go.
I am hungover
You
and
go,
I'm tired of this shit.
Not that I got a staff in my other hand. I can just.
Choke up on that staff. 13 Cups of Ironstein don't actually say anything about just straight up jacking a guy in the face with a stick, but I'm willing to make an exception. And I choke up on that quarterstaff and go for his neck. Nat 20.
Okay, so that is a critical hit, which means you roll the damage dice twice,
Okay, so I
and
rolled,
then add a modifiers.
I rolled it once, so
What was it?
4, 10,
14 plus
10. No, it's at 10 plus my 2, so 12.
12 damage in addition to like the 14 he's already taken. You smack him in the throat, collapse his trachea. You watch him for a few seconds as he starts turning blue, hacks, his eyes bulge, bloodshot, and he suffocates to death, falling to the ground. And you wait there, maybe poke him once.
I brush.
Yeah, that's dead.
I brush
He
myself
doesn't know
off.
he's dead until they poke some with the poking
I
stick.
brush myself off. I don't use one of my good poking sticks. I use my quarterstaff and give him a thorough, just like
His body just doesn't move. It's just, you crack a rib.
he's dead. Holy shit. Mara, I go check Mara out.
You race down, Mara's just laying there slumped against a wall. And you do come to with a little bit of bringing around.
I'm up.
Oh, sorry.
You see,
Jesus.
you see bodies strewn about the room. Flynn just kind of standing there in the center of wherever that circle was.
What the hell
Are we
just
done?
happened?
I've turned the place into a Gauzoleum.
I twitched just a little bit.
You did this one?
Flynn did that.
Good fucking
A
job.
little bit.
Good job.
Those guys got
This
on
is
him
great.
No.
all over him.
I'm really proud of you, Flynn. This is fucking awesome. I gotta say. That was awesome.
So,
I'm tired.
what's up with this dais up here?
No, let's search through all their shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Let's search
I
through
want
all
to
their
break
shit.
this dais. I'm not convinced it's not part of this conspiracy.
You good? Patrick, you back to want you back for good.
I want you back. Want you back. Want you back for good. After I said whatever I did, I didn't mean it.
I just want you back for good.
Want you back.
Want you back,
babe, I want you back
want
for
you back
good.
for good.
And we'll be together.
It's
Time is forever.
adorable.
Great song.
Coming and forever we will be. So we'll be to our love. We will never be coming again. Fuck!
Have you got the stats?
Stats, man. I got the stats. Dog. All right.
I'm
All right.
gonna let you finish.
One second,
but
so
these are
that's,
the best stats ever.